Devin Haney refuses Ryan Garcia's demands for a rematch. Bad management and Victor Conte confusion are causing big problems for this guy. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, Devin Haney is refusing to do what he needs to do and rematch Ryan Garcia. And the reason is, in my opinion, bad management and a lot of confusion around Victor Conte and VADA. Let's talk about that. But before we do, make sure you subscribe. And if you're not subscribed, or if you are subscribed, please support the channel if you can. In that little super thanks down in the lower right-hand corner of the screen is the best way to support the video. But let's get into this. Ryan Garcia is being sued by Devin Haney, and Oscar De La Hoya is being sued by Devin Haney in a lawsuit that I personally think is going to fail. And it's going to fail for a lot of different reasons. And in fact, I only think that lawsuit is there to try to give him leverage for a future fight with I don't know who. Save face publicly because Ryan Garcia did not get punished really for the Oscarine, but also because of the fact that they didn't make a lot of money in the fight. So they're trying to get money out of Oscar De La Hoya some way, shape, or form to recover from a poorly negotiated fight. Now, why is the fight poorly negotiated? Because certain people think just because you have a hammer, that makes you a carpenter. Or they think just because, you can make some pancakes that you're a chef. And sometimes, when you really think that you have more ability than you really do, because you are around a lot of other people that tell you how great you are and you're better than all of them. So since you're the best of everybody around you, that thinks you must be the best at something. But then you run into somebody that's actually good at the thing you think you're good at, and they tell you and show you that you're not that good. So that's what happened to Bill Haney when he negotiated with Oscar De La Hoya and Eric Gomez, the CEO of Golden Boy Promotions. That's the only way that I can assume they got into that deal. They just got outsmarted. So Devin Haney's mad because he got outsmarted and he got outfought. And he believes that he got cheated. So that makes that's a tough situation. That's a tough pill to swallow. However, refusing to step up to the plate and go at the guy again is a problem. Now, some people will say, well, no, Devin Haney really tried to rematch him. But Ryan Garcia didn't do what Ryan Garcia needed to do to get the rematch. Well, what was that? Well, let me tell you what that was. That was because he refused to sign up for VADA testing within within a day or two of Bill Haney telling him to on social media. So clearly, Bill Haney is setting up a reason not to fight Devin again. Not to fight Ryan by saying, yes, we tried to fight him, but he refused to sign up for VADA testing in time. Well, what's the problem with that? The problem with that is that Ryan Garcia is suspended, and he will be suspended until April. Okay, so he's not going to be spending $20,000 a month, or is up to, let me put this way, up to $26,000 a month to be tested because you ordered them to. That is you trying to put a financial penalty. That is Devin Haney's team, including Victor Conte, who is one of the biggest promoters of VADA that there is, trying to put a sanction on what you would call as a de facto sanction on Ryan Garcia in exchange for having a Devin Haney fight. Well, guess what? The Devin Haney fight already happened. So he didn't get his money. It went bad for Ryan. But guess what? Ryan gets to serve his penalty and keep it pushing. If you can't guilt trip the dude into giving into you for an opportunity to fight you, the fact of the matter is the only thing Ryan has to overcome is the stigma that comes with having an adverse finding on a test. That's the stigma that he has to deal with. The stigma that Devin has to deal with is getting beat up around the world. Getting beat up and having everybody see it. But you got to get back in the ring and you got to get yours back. It's that simple. But unfortunately, like I said, Devin's got, number one, bad management. And number two, he's got the Victor Conte confusion. And the Victor Conte confusion is that it is not Ryan Garcia's job to sell and report and do what Victor Conte wants him to do. Ryan Garcia does not owe Victor Conte anything, and Victor Conte has a very serious criminal record. So there's no reason for him to trust somebody with a very serious criminal record for doing the same things that he's worried about. That's just unreasonable. And just because you put out a narrative on the internet doesn't mean reasonable people have to think that. Okay? They don't. I don't. If I say, hey, man, there's this guy that has a criminal record for breaking into houses, but he's recovered. Hey, man, will you let him? And he's a skilled locksmith, but he's reformed. So will you let this guy make the keys to your houses and your properties? No. I'm glad that he's reformed. I'm glad. But that's not my problem that he's reformed or not. I have to figure out whether I'm going to trust him with my stuff. And if I have any inclination that you can touch my money, which I need for my livelihood, the fact that you have that breaking and entry, and you had breaking and entry because you were a locksmith that had keys and got into the house that way, just because you're reformed and you told everybody that you used to do it and snitch on other people that do it, doesn't mean that I'm going to trust you. First of all, you did it. And number two, you're a snitch. So I don't trust you because you did it. And I don't trust you because you snitched. You're just not trustworthy. So that's the Victor Conte confusion. Ryan Garcia doesn't have to do anything with that guy just because you put out these things about VADA and you make it sound good. That doesn't make sense for them. And it wouldn't make sense for me as if I was a boxer, but it would make sense that you try to sell it if you're a media personality, because that's what you get paid for. However, this is just bad management. It's bad public relations. Devin need to be, I'm going to shut up until it is time for me to fight Ryan Garcia again. And I'm going to do what Tank did, have Ryan Garcia tested from the time we signed the contract. And we need to sign it 6-8 months ahead of time, all the way up until the time of the fight. That's the same thing Gervonta Davis did, but you don't want to do that. You want to try to primp and pose by telling people, by trying to get him to do something he's not going to do, just so you can try to make him look bad in public. Bro, that shit is not all that. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.